NATO gathers to welcome Finland as 31st member.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Finnish flag is due to be raised at NATO headquarters in Brussels, to mark Russia's western neighbor becoming the 31st member of the Western Alliance. Finnish President Sauli Niinisto and the U.S. Secretary of State will join NATO ministers for a joining ceremony. The length of Russia's border with NATO member states has now been doubled. Russia's invasion prompted a surge in Finnish public opinion towards joining NATO to 80% in favor. Finland's a terrific ally, very capable, shares our values, and we expect a seamless transition into its proper seat at the table, U.S. Ambassador to NATO Julianne Smith told the BBC. She said she hoped Sweden would also join at the next NATO summit in Lithuania in July. Russia's Deputy Foreign Minister, Alexander Grushko, has warned that if Finland's new NATO allies deploy forces or resources there, Moscow will take additional steps to reliably ensure Russia's military security. NATO will now have 7 members on the Baltic Sea, further isolating Russia's coastal access to St. Petersburg and its small exclave of Kaliningrad.
This post received a score of 73,000, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Russian military doctrine forbids Russia from bordering any NATO state. Yeah, how's that going?
They'll declare a new country bordering Finland and name it Karelia. Problem solved.
Karelia requests to join NATO and the EU.
Russia invades.
Gets its ass beat by more Western military surplus.
Huffs and puffs about nuclear weapons.
Storms the town of Bakhmut for several months.
Kazakhstan joins NATO.
Kazakhstan offers spaceport to NATO for military satellite launches, just to annoy Russia.
Didn't the Russians nick all the OneWeb SATs at Baikonur in Kazakhstan? Did Kazakhstan retrieve them?
Putin says he didn't want this outcome. But he literally created the conditions that forced this outcome. He did this.
Putin is a Kia agent working to destroy Russia. I'm only 90% kidding.
The greatest political coup from the US ever. It would be so big brain, it would totally go down in history as one of the greatest political moves ever. It would be a terrible thing, but I'd be super impressed.
Yeah, like nearly 500,000 dead combined. Not really a success LMFAO. Pretty sure less died following the collapse of the Soviet Union, and that was arguably a way bigger deal than Russia economically fucking themselves RN.
I mean, this single war crippled the standing of Russia, put Sweden, Finland, Ukraine, and many others firmly in the West side. Cowed China into checking their steps, reinforced US's allies' trust in them. It's cruel, but honestly speaking, even if there was 1 million dead, it'd still be a success. From a political standpoint, if Putin was a CIA plant meant to work for the USA's objective, he is definitely getting work done.
Lol, remember when Russia wanted a smaller NATO? Nerds.
Almost as if the excuses never mattered and Putler just wanted to illegally grab more land and to kidnap children.
NATO represents a hard barrier for Moscow's conquests, which is why Putin's demands before the invasion involved promising to never expand NATO eastward, remove troops from the eastern states, and to not conduct military activity in Eastern Europe, the Caucasus, or Central Asia. You may notice that these would be issues only if you were an imperialist jackass, because NATO is only a threat to Moscow's imperialist ambitions.
I've been seeing this a lot on Reddit lately, but what's up with calling Moscow Muscovy?
Petition from Ukrainian citizens to rename Russia Muscovy, to throw back their attempt of historic Russian lands at them by pointing out they aren't the direct successors of the Kievan Rus, but of the Duchy of Moscow. While the petition doesn't mean anything, Muscovy got pissed at the mere idea of not being respected as their self-appointed title of greatest of all Rus people via Russia, so people call them Muscovy as harmless fun and trolling that nettles them.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.